Okay, so just the recap of what I said before, where I'm from at the moment, Gen Digital. Before that it was Cisco, so quite a long time in cybersecurity, and it was exciting to see actually how even the field of cybersecurity changes. So I called that this talk, I referred to digital safety, which sounds different from cybersecurity to just say that the world is changing and people are exposed to a whole plethora of completely new things. Well, this looks scary, so I'm not claiming that everything what you see here is the reality we live in. You know, I might sound like a bit biased because I know so much about the bad things that are happening on the internet that purely emotionally, I would just prefer maybe to somehow disconnect myself from all the digital world and be safe, but I would lose too much, of course, yeah. So the right thing is to live our digital lives and just do the best we can to prevent us from I don't know, getting attacked or getting things stolen from us. Anyway, so in the current wave of AI, this is what we see, and this is something that can be of interest here. I already maybe suggested before that one of the changes that we see is moving the attacks from the realm of, let's say, pieces of code running somewhere in the device and attacking your files towards attacking you directly. And what I mean by that? So now we are in the age of human-centric attacks. Human-centric means these attacks come from the interactions of people with computers. Now, the dark GPT, you know, there is this big dark web where you can purchase quite a lot of bad stuff, and these big generative models are now, let's say, the more powerful version of what used to be there. You could purchase exploit kits, software to generate viruses. Now you can purchase this, and this can help you with all sorts of different things, including automated social engineering. So what I mean by that, that's a pretty serious thing. We have seen already some first automated attacks of someone, like I don't know, the granddaughter giving a call to her granddad and asking for money, and that would be all fake. And if you combine it with, I don't know, some message through a messenger so that it looks much more kind of convincing through different channels, then you can easily fall to something like that. Here we have this AI scamming will be the next big growth industry, and I can only confirm that this is true. This is what we see. Here you see the relative kind of proportion of, I would call it, let's say, old school attacks. That's the blue part. The green part is the attacks against humans, like these kind of deceptive, manipulative attacks where the purpose is to convince you to send your money somewhere or do some other harm to yourself. Now, in this world, where we are exposed to so many scams, actually, I would be interested to hear from you. Have you ever seen any scam in your emails or Facebook messages or whatnot? Yeah. Probably there is a higher probability that you have seen a scam than a real virus, like the old school virus. Because the old school viruses are they are not diminishing. They are still here. They are also growing in number, but scams are growing much faster. So that's the real problem. Here, we are talking here about AI and about solutions that can be actually implemented to help. So I'm here just showing how, in our company, how we think about the problem. Yeah? Why is it also different from the old world of viruses? Because when you had a virus detected somewhere in the device, you could just delete it or prevent it from doing any harm. With scams, it's much harder. In many cases, not always. Sometimes it is an outright scam. You can just, you know, inform the user that don't click this or something. Sometimes it's not as clear because there is a gray zone, and that's the problem now. We are living in a world where the threats are in, some threats are in the grayish area, where to be able to actually like get enough evidence that this is bad and that you should act against it, sometimes it's impossible directly from the device, and you need some broader context. You need to consult even the user and to interact with the user. So we look at it like this is a big problem, and we look at it as in actually those multiple stages. I will tell you more about one specific product in this space, and this is this little thing, Genie, and yep, here we are. I'm just going to tell you that this is one example where a relatively old corporation, I think, managed well to do the startup trick, almost. So this is 1.5 years ago when the project started, and the company decided to try to actually try something new. And the problem we faced was this. We are able to analyze emails. We are able to analyze some files on your devices. But what if we wanted to help you if you spend most of your time on Facebook, in Facebook app on your mobile phone, on iOS, for instance? That is hard, because these big systems, these big operating systems are closed. So there is nothing like an API to which a third party could kind of connect and do some security work. This is a big tension actually in the industrial world, and the reason that there is actually a market for antiviruses now for PCs, that is the result of, I think, some regulatory action maybe 25 years ago or 30 years ago, when actually then Microsoft got pushed to open the Windows system through API to third parties, so that users could choose a third-party solution of their own and install it on their Windows computer, and that solution was supposed to somehow check what's happening on that system. So in the world of PCs, this exists. In the world of mobiles, it's not as straightforward. There are different levels of access that a third party can actually have. And if we are talking about a Facebook app or something like that, there is nothing actually. Yeah? These systems are totally closed. So what could we do actually? So we did this. We tried to build an app which allows you to actually take a screenshot at any moment. You can do whatever you want on your mobile. And if you think that there is something, you see a piece of message, you see a piece of communication somewhere, it can be in Facebook or anywhere else, because we are now looking at screenshots. You can take the screenshot, send it to this app, and what the app does, it does the OCR, it does the layout analysis, and it compares the content to loads of intelligence that we have from sensors over the world. And of course, it applies AI. So, and it was a very appealing, interesting project, and which had to crack so many different problems, like the scalability thing. We had to give certain guarantees, of course. We could not rely on frontier AI APIs for multiple different reasons. Because if you just start calling the big, some of the big AI APIs, you realize that the responses change over time, for instance. So we had to build actually some hybrid system, which consists of some in-house models that we have under control, which have certain coverage. If that model is not sure, we can have a second opinion from elsewhere, etc., etc. It was extremely fast, this project, I think it was in 30 people, first prototype in 3 months, and then we actually managed to go out and over time to stabilize this into something that actually works. And now we are building up a portfolio of products which go beyond this. Okay, so I'm out of time, so thank you.